Speaker Tina Munya-Barnes and Legislative Rules Chair Senator Regine Biscoe-Lee are on a free trip to Fiji. The two senators in the Democratic supermajority leadership are attending a United Nations Development Program parliamentary workshop. Both were invited by the UNDP because, according to the Speaker's office, Guam serves as a beacon within our region. Now, this isn't the first free trip the Speaker has gotten from the UNDP. It isn't even the second free trip, or the third. The Fiji trip is the fourth free UNDP trip Speaker Barnes has taken this term. Her office says as Speaker, she's given a courtesy invite to every UNDP event in the region. The free trips including airfare, hotel accommodations, transportation, and per diem. And while two of the top Democrats in the 35th Guam Legislature are off island until next week, Minority Leader Senator Taitague caught up with us after attending a coronavirus briefing at Adelup, right here on Guam.
We have a crisis right here at home, and taking trips just because it's free, where are the priorities of these senators? I think the important thing right now, considering the state we're in with the coronavirus, taking these trips, whether because it's free or not, should be reassessed. I mean, there's a priority right here at home that we need to address right now.
Meanwhile, Senator Lee, who is the legislature's most frequent flyer at $16,000 in taxpayer-funded travels this term, is on her second UNDP-funded journey. She attended the UNDP Pacific Women's Forum in November with Speaker Barnes and Senator Mary Torres. We asked her to justify this latest trip, and she said she's, quote, continuing to answer a call to partner with UNDP that can grant Guam access to millions in aid that are part of the organization's global effort to fund sustainable energy projects and other programs that help uplift developing nations and territories.
So I guess the real question is, do we want to be a member of the United Nations, or do we want to be what the people elected us to be, and that is the senator, to serve the people of Guam?
We asked the Speaker's office to provide any info on any United Nations grants given to Guam that resulted from their travels, but they didn't provide any information on that. Speaker Barnes has taken free trips to United Nations events in Hawaii in February of last year, Australia and Chuuk in November of last year, and now Fiji. Senator Taitague telling KUAM News she feels like every time she turns around, one of her colleagues is off island, and she wonders if it's affecting senators' ability to do what they were elected to do.
The dates on session have been very sporadic, and it begs to ask the question, are you doing this based on somebody's travel arrangements, or what's best for the people of Guam?
Taitague, who took a free trip to Taiwan in June of last year with the Speaker, Senator Clint Rigel, and Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano, said just because trips are free doesn't mean they don't come with a cost. Taitague acknowledges that, along with Rules Chair Lee and Legislative Secretary Senator Amanda Shelton, she is a top three traveler. Shelton and Taitague have both racked up some $9,000 in taxpayer-funded trips. Meanwhile, Speaker Barnes has presented on gender equality and equality strategies and strengthening Pacific parliaments together at UNDP events. Barnes, Senator Torres, and Senator Lee have also given talks on women's political participation and violence against women in politics and social media use. Now, according to the latest reports from the legislature, your senators have spent $67,000 on travel in this term, but that number is currently being updated to reflect trips your senators took in January and February of this election year. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.